Hi neighbor, this is Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hippie Me. Today we are doing makeup that coordinates with our masks. So if you want to see how I do that, please stick around. Hi neighbor, my name is Hannah and welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hippie Me. My channel is about fashion, makeup, and life in general. So if you like this video, I hope that you subscribe to my channel and set your notifications to all so you can keep in touch with everything going on here in the neighborhood, including this new little thing that I'm doing now, I guess. I have my headband on, we're gonna do a little makeup today, and I'm gonna just give you some life updates. There's just been a lot going on. It's made me upload slower and I don't want to do that to you guys without at least letting you know why. I remember back when we were in quarantine here in my state and I wasn't allowed to work and I was home and I had nothing to do and I was pumping out 3 YouTube videos a week. And silly me used to start a couple of videos with I upload 3 times a week, and that was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. When I eventually make a video about what I've learned as a YouTuber, that's gonna be one of the first things. Don't promise an upload schedule that you can only keep during a shutdown quarantine when you have no job. Just some advice if you're thinking about being a YouTuber. Anyways, today I posted on Instagram a couple of times some eye looks that coordinate with masks that I have. So today I wanted to go with this mask. It's this not quite navy blue but dark blue background with these slightly brighter royal blue dot patches and then these white dot patches in these circles and stuff. So I wanted to give that a shot. I thought that would be a fun one to coordinate an eye look with. And because I'm challenging myself not to make this video super duper long, I have already done my face and I will just be showing you the eye look process. One thing that I should mention while I'm here in the beginning doing all my disclaimers, I am having a giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway of $100 when I reach 1,000 subscribers. And we're on our way, guys. We're climbing. We're not too far from 750 at the time that I'm recording this. So hopefully that means I can do that giveaway pretty soon. So all you have to do to enter the giveaway is just subscribe to me here, go to my Instagram, which I will put right here, and follow me on Instagram, and then come on back to this video or any other video that mentions the giveaway and write your Instagram in a comment, because eventually I will be reaching out to the winner on Instagram to give you 100 American dollars, man. I want you to have that money. I want to not have $100 anymore. I want to give it to somebody. We're gonna do makeup. I have put on my eyes already should I get those products? Hold on, let me get them to show them to you. So what I already have on my eyes. First I have my Smashbox Oil and Shine Control Photo Finish primer, and then I have this new color corrector I've been playing with. It's a Maybelline Master Fix kind of peachy primer because I have some purple in my under eye bags and I also have some pretty strong purple veins in my eyelids, so I put that on as well to counteract that. And over all of that is my CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. So I'm gonna get started with a base of a dark blue. I'm gonna whip out my Take Me Back to Brazil BH Cosmetics Pressed Pigment Palette. Please keep in mind that this is a pressed pigment palette. It works differently than an eyeshadow palette. We have some really nice deep blues in here. So I'm gonna start with, there's 3 that are all basically the same color. I think I'm gonna start with this matte deep blue color here and put that in my crease, potentially all over my lid, but we'll see when we get there, you know? I've been watching a lot of makeup videos from Alexandra Anele recently. I found her through her first video in her Dude series. She had this video called Dude, Blush Placement Changes Your Whole Face. And that kind of blew up, and that's how I found her. This is not as dark as I thought it was gonna be. We will adjust. We'll do what we can. That always happens to me with blues and greens. They always look different in the pan than how they look on my eyes. It's really annoying. Brands, figure it out. I loved her personality, so I started watching her because I feel like I connect with her personality a lot. She's lots of fun, and I think she's near 1 million, if not at 1 million subscribers, and she deserves all of them. She's mentioned that she has pretty dark under eyes herself, and so she uses like peachy pinky colors to color correct that, which I never really thought of before. Like the only color correcting that I was certain about was like, okay, green color corrector when you have red spots. That was the only combination that I knew for sure. I feel like it's been working pretty well. Also, she has olive skin, which is interesting because she's pale like me. When people say olive skin, my default is somebody who's a more like Mediterranean, Middle Eastern kind of darker skin tone. And she's been talking about like the struggles of finding the right foundation shade for olive skin. I have a hard time finding a foundation shade as well, honestly, and even the one that I'm wearing today, I'm like not sure if it's right or not. So when she was talking about having olive skin and that's why it's hard for her, I was like, I wonder. And so I was looking at this other video by a different creator whose name I forgot, but I'm gonna write her name here in the video, so take a look. And she was talking about different ways you can tell if you have olive skin. One of the key ways is by looking at the veins in your wrist. If you have green and blue veins in your wrist, then that is a like pretty solid sign that you have olive skin as opposed to warm tone skin or a cool tone skin. And I do. I have green and blue veins in my wrists. So it was nice to kind of have that confirmation. I know this is pretty lightweight and this isn't like the biggest thing that's been going on in my life and the reason that I'm not making as many YouTube videos or anything like that. It's just like, it's a more lighthearted story for starting the video. We'll get into the other stuff. I just thought it was really interesting, and knowing more certainly what my skin category is really helpful for color matching shades and everything. So that was really like kind of nice to figure out and kind of like an answer to a question that I didn't know that I had, but that like I did have. Also, this is definitely a crease brush and I've been using it to apply this shadow all over my eye because I got distracted, but I should switch. I'm gonna use a real lid brush and I'm gonna go with this like slightly darker blue down here because this one's not as dark as I thought it would be. Also, I didn't zoom you in. I'm sorry. I guess I should. Hold on, I'm sorry. It's been so long since I did a makeup video, I forgot about the basics. Okay, so I'm gonna take this lid brush and use this darker blue color here to go on my lid. Yeah, so anyway, ooh, this is better. This is a better blue. This is more of what I was thinking the first blue would be like. Oh yeah, that's what I need for this. For me, because I'm a makeup beginner, makeup learner, not necessarily a beginner anymore, but like I was a year ago, you know, it's nice to just like learn things about my skin and feel a little bit more confident and knowledgeable about what my face is. So that's just been my own little like side journey going on among everything else. And it's more important to me than it is to like anybody else in my life. So I figured I would tell you guys and see if you were interested in that knowledge. Okay, so now that I feel like I have the right color down, I'm going to take a clean, dry crease brush and blend it out a bit. So now the things going on that have actually impacted my YouTube schedule and everything have been a lot. So I've just had a few like existential meltdowns recently, to be honest. Like I was really enjoying quarantine and kind of living my own life and having my own schedule. And yeah, I missed people because I'm an extrovert, but like I enjoyed the freedom, doing my own thing and doing YouTube a lot and being able to say to you, I can upload 3 times a week, even if that was a silly thing to say. And when I first got back to work after quarantine, the very first thing that happened on the first day we were back, my boss sat down me and my coworker and said, just so you know, I'm selling the business. We have this couple that's coming in who is going to take it over. And it was a tough, sad decision, but just she has a lot of family things going on that are making it impossible for her to give both her family and this business the care that they both need and deserve. And to be honest, like right before quarantine ended, I was having like existential meltdowns about going back to work because my boss at the time, I'm not gonna lie, like she's a really nice person, but as a boss, she and I just like didn't like get along and communicate well. Before work started up again, I was like, okay, my first day back, I just need to have a talk with her and be like, listen, we need to figure out this whole communication thing or else I'm just not gonna be able to work here anymore. And so I didn't have to do that. Thank God. She had her own plans and her own things going on. God is good. There were things going on that I didn't know about behind the scenes. I didn't have to put that out on the line like that, you know? How does this actually look right now? I know there are multiple shades of blue in this mask, but I don't think I'm going to try to incorporate both of them because this lighter blue is so close to the dark blue that I don't think it's really going to stand out in an eye look that I can make. If anything, I feel like this is reflected in the crease of my eye. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to move straight to the white spots, the white polka dots. Right now, the only pure white shade that I have is from a palette that I don't want to show on camera because it's by a definitely very controversial figure in the YouTube community. And I bought this palette before a bunch of stuff came out. So just know that I am using a white eyeshadow from an unnamed palette because it's not about the palette, it's about the look. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I have this Real Techniques liner brush that I'm gonna try to create these really like fine point dots on my eye. But let me get a little thing of water so I can like get the bristles a little bit more coordinated here. They're fraying a bit. 1 second. With the new bosses, they came in the end of July. Their first day of like full ownership of the business was August 1st. I'm gonna blend a little bit more on this side. So of course with new bosses came a lot of changes and new personalities and just getting used to how they are and how they work. One of the changes that came that affected YouTube for me, I used to have a good amount of free time while I was at work so I could sneak some video editing while I was at work, which I should not have been doing, and I know that. I'm a professional. I know that that was not professional behavior, but I cannot do that now for sure, and I'm okay with that because I actually have stuff to do now. Before, I felt like my role was very confusing because at times I felt like I was very kind of directionless and didn't really know what to do. And then there are other times I was just like so overloaded with stuff that I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And that still happens now, not gonna lie, but it's also easier to prioritize and to communicate with the new bosses. So I have less time for editing because I really just have my time outside of work, which is normal. So I feel like these days it's much more realistic for me to commit to like 1 to 2 videos per week because I would rather put out high quality videos and put out fewer of them than rush to put out more videos but then they suck, you know? It's also been kind of stressful because my future at this job is a little bit unclear to me. It especially was when the new bosses first got here, and now they've been here about 3 weeks, it still is kind of unclear. At first, it was about not being sure if they would keep me around, but then we had contract day and we signed the contracts and all that stuff. But now it's about, like, do they want the same things for me in my career that I want for myself? My whole reason for taking this job in the first place with the old owner was under the idea that I would not remain in my current position and that I would move to a different position as soon as possible within about a year. And now, you know, Corona happened and now there's a change in ownership, so that's probably not going to happen on that original timeline, which is fine. But a year from now, let's say, I would like to be in that other position. However, the way that my bosses have been talking with me about what they want me to do, in my opinion, I don't see the trajectory between what they want me to do and what I want to do. The two do not, in my opinion, coalesce or combine or something, but they see a future where I can do both jobs at once, but for the pay of only one job. It's very confusing. So it's made me very nervous, very anxious, and I don't know if I've talked about this before on the channel or not, but I am a person with some mental health stuff going on. I was adult diagnosed with ADHD, inattentive type, so I'm not necessarily the most like kind of person, but I promise I still have ADHD, it just manifests differently. As well as anxiety disorder, depression, and PTSD. And a lot of my PTSD is work related, so that's fun when you have a lot of job changes and job instability. I've had a few existential meltdowns over the past couple weeks, and one of them was during a weekend, and my weekends are very much my ideal filming times, so that's why there was like a week when I didn't upload at all recently. This is coming out okay. Look a little like an alien. Like I look like a Star Trek character a little bit. I'm into it. So yeah, I'm still very uncertain of how things are going to progress over the next year at this job, and I think that I'm kind of giving myself a year to be in the position that I'm in and try my best to be cooperative and happy and just keep reminding them that my goal is to move out of that position into the other position. You know, not all the time because that would be annoying, but at least like once a month be like, so any progress? Do you think we're there yet? And then if a year from now, the only trajectory that I see is me staying in the current position, because basically it's two parallel departments is the best way that I can describe it. I think they want me to really move in that direction, move up and move into management and a higher level in that direction. But if I start doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, then that will be impossible. Really, I would like to just be doing this and wash my hands of that. I really want to just be doing this because this is where I find a lot of fulfillment. Also, I know I'm being super vague. If you haven't seen any of my videos before where I talk about my job, I don't like to say what type of job I do or what type of industry I work in because it is a small industry. And it is going to be so much easier for someone to dox me if I say what my work industry is. So I just don't want to be doxed, so I don't say what I actually do on camera. I'm sorry about that. So I know that this might sound confusing, but I'm trying to explain it the best way that I can. Two parallel departments, two different departments, two different jobs. This is the job that I really love, that I fell in love with years ago, and that I've been trying to get back into doing this job. I came to work for this business doing that job with the hope of bridging into someday doing this job again. And it looks more and more like that's not going to be possible, at least at this particular business at this particular time. And it's very, it's very sad and hard for me to deal with at times. I'm going to use this liner brush and start to give myself eyeliner in that white color. Because like I said, I fell in love with doing this job. It's one of the most fulfilling jobs I've had, and I loved it a lot. I still do. But I'm also kind of coming to the place where I realize that there are other things that I also like. I have stumbled into YouTube and found YouTube, and I do find a lot of joy and fulfillment out of this. And because YouTube is a job where I can have a lot more creative control and financial control over my life, I certainly enjoy that part of it. And there are other streams of income that I have been looking into, just in case one of my existential crises gets so bad that I like walk into work and quit, which hopefully I won't do that at a time that is dumb. When I feel good about my job, I feel good about it and I have good control of my emotions, and I feel like, yeah, I can stick it out. I can wait for the right moment until they're ready to let me do the job that I want. I can try doing both jobs together like they want me to for the paycheck of one job instead of the paycheck of two jobs. I can try it. It'll be worth it. Every now and then I do feel that way, but especially in my bad moments, or like when I'm tight on money, or when I'm like fearful or anxious or depressed. I've been depressed, I'm not gonna lie. I've been depressed for the past month while all these changes have been going on. It's scary because job changes impact your life so greatly. I have to change the type of clothes that I wear to work. I have to wear makeup all the time, even though we're all wearing masks and it's the summer, and so it's all melting off my face, but they still want me to wear makeup all the time because it's under their idea of what looks professional. Boys don't have to wear makeup all the time, of course. They have shaving rules and stuff like that, so whatever. It's just been confusing, and I've been trying to figure out my life path, to be honest, and I've changed direction a lot over the past few years. There have been a lot of times that I thought that I found the thing that I was gonna do for a long time, forever, and then it just didn't work out at all. Some of those things were people scamming me. Some of those things were me getting into a situation that I thought I understood, but then realized I did not. Some of it was situations that I did understand, it just turned out not to be a good fit. And then some of it has been just trying new things, like trying YouTube and trying Poshmark at the very, very beginning of my YouTube journey. I posted a couple Poshmark videos because I was selling on Poshmark for a minute there. I was doing pretty good, by the way. If anybody's curious about Poshmark, I can give you some tips. I was making about $1,000 a month by the time I quit. But yeah, finding a job has been a real journey for me. And so now that I'm in one that is so close to being the right one, I want to give it a chance. And I want to just make sure that I keep reminding my bosses what my goals are, so that when they're setting me up on their goals, they understand that there's a risk that because it's not my goal, I might not be okay with it. But ultimately, until something else starts making me money, then I have to have a job in that workaday world, everybody. I was gonna try to do a wing with this white eyeshadow, but I have a feeling it's not really working. So I'm just gonna kind of do something that's not really a wing. It's just like a block of white. It's fine. Other than that, it looks nice though. I kind of like this. It's coming out fine. So anyway, yeah, the moral of the story, didn't I say I was gonna try to be more concise, and LOL, this video is already 40 minutes of me filming. This is why I didn't show you me doing my face. If I'd allowed myself that much time to talk, this video would be terribly long. Moral of the story is just that, like, my life is in a moment of transition, and so my YouTube channel is reflecting that, and I'm sorry that I'm not uploading as consistently as I used to. I'm just trying to get into the new groove of my new job and my kind of new moment in life. Thank you so much to those of you who have recently subscribed, whether it's because of the giveaway or because of my content, or both. I do really appreciate it because I love YouTube and I love the freedom of getting to do this. And I hope that YouTube continues to become more and more of a large part of my life. And the more that YouTube becomes part of my life, the more I can give and put into it and continue to let it grow. I'm gonna line my lower, okay. I'm gonna line my lower lash line, and I'm gonna start with this very first blue color that we used that ended up being kind of not right. I think it might be right for an eyeliner. So at the same time that my life has been in flux, so has my boyfriend's. I did a boyfriend tag with him if you want to get to know him, and he's just been my rock for the past couple years, and I love him to pieces. And he has decided that he wants to go back to school, and he is currently a restaurant manager. He's been doing a great job with it, but he knows that he can go much farther with a degree and an education. He did start college in the past, but just didn't really know what major he wanted to do, which is like everybody's story these days, I feel like. So he didn't really finish his degree in the past. He really, really wants to be a writer, but that's similar to being a YouTuber, kind of a harder career to just like start. So he is starting with what he's already got experience in and already good at, and getting that career in culinary something. And then he can be writing on the side while he's in school, and when he's done with school, hopefully we'll get to that place where both of us are doing the things that we want to do. And in the meantime, we're just working for the man, you know? So this is okay. So the only thing that's happening is the dots are getting a little bit smudged, because I don't have hooded eyes, but I have a little bit of overlap in the crease there. So putting the dots in the crease is getting a little muddied. So I'm going to just fill in the lid just a little bit and define those dots a little bit more. It might be fallout also from the white, because the white really is more of a highlight shade. It's not really a matte white. And I'm also now going to do a little highlight. The BH palette has this white highlight here. So I'm very proud of my boyfriend for going back to school. I'm very excited for him. I think that the place he has been working, while it has been a great resume builder and he's made a lot of friendships there and it's been a great experience, it has also been a little bit hard, because once you do make friends somewhere, then you're working with your friends. And he moved up into management, and then he was managing his friends, and that's always hard. That's always kind of like uncomfortable. So that's an exciting new chapter. We're gonna see each other more, thank God, because we used to be on this schedule where I work from noon to 9 and he works from like 6 a.m. to 3. But now with him going to school, he will have more free time when I have free time to see each other. I'm gonna put on a lip color. I have this Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in this navy blue color, and first of all, I love this lipstick. I think it's awesome. I love this formula. I have it in 2 other colors, and I wear it all the time, and it's awesome. Also, I've walked by this color so many times at the grocery store and kept trying to tell myself not to buy it because I'm never gonna wear it. And then I was like, wait, I'm doing a blue mask look, so I can wear it. I can justify spending $10 on it. I'll never be able to wear it to work ever, but I just really like it. And I do love this color. I do love the navy blue. See, I put on chapstick recently, not chapstick, lip balm recently, and this isn't sticking as well, so that makes me, I probably put on lip balm too recently for this to really like grab onto my lips, but I'm gonna keep going. I love the shape of this applicator, by the way. That's one of the main reasons that I love this, is the shape of this. It's building up. It's becoming okay. And to be honest, I have a feeling like I'm gonna have a ton of jealousy that he is gonna have so much free time. And he's gonna be working. He's gonna be trying to build his writing and find places to submit articles and stories and stuff and get that going and build his resume. But he is gonna have all that time at home, and I'm gonna miss him, and I'm gonna be jealous of the fact that he's at home. I already know that, because I'm not thrilled about my job right now. I'm gonna especially feel it, and I'm already fighting it right now, like literally in my heart. This very moment while I'm talking about it, I'm like, I should just quit and take out a bunch of loans until I find my perfect job or until YouTube works for me. And like, that's not, I shouldn't do that. That's silly. That's my anxiety talking and my depression talking. If any of you have advice, if any of you have been in situations like this, either new bosses with new plans for you or bosses who like say one thing and do another, where like they say they want you to have your goals, but then what they're doing is setting you up for a different set of goals that they have, not my goals. Like, what do you do? Do you leave? Do you try to talk sense into them? Because the thing is, like, the job that I'm in, I'm not as good at my current position as I am at the other position I'm trying to move into, to be honest. At least in my opinion. I'm doing my current position because I have to, but it's not even about I enjoy the other position more, like I'm better at it. Like my natural skill sets as a human are more suited for the other position, which is why I feel more fulfilled by it and why I'm trying to get into it. And why I feel crappy in my current job, because I'm not good at my current job. I'm not. I'm making it work, but I'm not good at it. It's not coming naturally to me. We gotta address these lips. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I think that this might be old. This is brand new. I just opened it up to use it right now. I just broke the seal, but I think it's kind of old. And or separated. That's probably why it's giving me this weird finish right now. I usually love these lipsticks. But the fact that this is probably old, combined with the fact that I put lip balm on my lips relatively recently, is probably what's making this come off a little weird. And also how much I'm having to build it up right now to be opaque. Come on, I really wanted this to work. Please don't let me down. Okay, I need to stop touching this lipstick. Okay. I put on so much of this, it is now being stringy and gross. But at least it looks better. Okay, it's done. Okay, I think that's the best I can get it right now. So I'm gonna zoom out and we'll finish up. So yeah, this is my mask coordinated makeup look. First, here it is on its own. And here it is with the mask. So not perfect, but pretty cool. I like doing the mask makeup, it's fun. As for my life, it goes on. If you have any advice, please feel free to share below. Also, if you have just like gone through the same thing, even if you don't necessarily have advice, but you just want to be like, yeah, girl, I've been there, I always appreciate that. And again, sorry that like the uploads have been all over. This is from my lipstick. Sorry that the uploads have been all over the place, and I'm gonna try to be more consistent. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of exhausted and depressed right now, so I'm also trying not to push myself, and I wanna take good care of my mental health. So I'm thinking 1 good video a week, hopefully 2 on good weeks. You know, we'll see. If you're here at the end of this video, thank you so much. Not everyone even starts watching my makeup videos, let alone sticking around to the end. So I appreciate those who did. And those who have other mental health stuff like I do, you're not alone. Generalized anxiety disorder, general depression? Oh, major depression? Something like that. Major depression, ADHD, inattentive, and PTSD, all up here. So you're not alone, and if you're dealing with these issues or others, I love you and I want you to know. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I think that's everything that I needed to say to update you guys. Again, please enter my giveaway. You can win $100. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, go to my Instagram and follow me, and then come on back and let me know your Instagram in one of the comments below so that I can reach out to you if you win. And I just look forward to blessing somebody because you guys have all blessed me by watching my channel. I haven't really mentioned this in a while, but I should. One of the things that has been on my mind that I haven't talked about a lot, but that has been another like stressor in my life, politics in the USA, things going on. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but just, you know, for the love of God, for the love of country, register to vote, please. Go vote this November, whether it's early voting, mail-in voting, absentee ballot voting, in-person voting on the day of. There are a lot of ways to do it. Registering to vote is free online, and it is so, so, so massively important this year. I just really hope that you do. I'll have a link to register to vote online in my description box. Your voice matters, and if anybody's trying to tell you that your vote does not matter, it's because they don't want you to vote, because they're afraid that if you get out and vote, you're going to vote in a way that they don't like. If they are trying to limit your vote, it's because they know that your vote has power. So it's time for you to know that, to own it, and to act on it, and use the power that you have, and go vote. Also, for God's sakes, wear your masks. Cases are rising in places where they shouldn't be rising. Everywhere, but also especially like in my area, my state had pretty much eradicated it, and then there was a spike. So please, for love of God, put on your damn masks. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate you, and I appreciate your time. So much love. Bye. I do like how this blue lipstick looks on me, though. Maybe I can wear this to work. I'll make it work. This is a good lipstick, guys. It's freaking good, man. All right.